Welcome, everyone, to the Bob and John Sports Hour Special Edition. Like I said before, we're going to do these from time to time, guys. When we see something out there that catches our attention, and we don't want to wait till Monday to discuss it. And today is all about the NBA and their lack of TV ratings. Who is watching? That's the big question being asked by the network and the NBA executives right now. TV ratings are up from last year about 23% and about 29% from 2019, but still losing out to WWE Friday Night SmackDown. I'm laughing. I know, guys, you heard me right. Fake sports is beating out professional basketball. Some of the higher ups are saying once the Lakers and LeBron James were out, so was the West Coast viewer. I call bullshit on that, guys. Any network, sportscaster, NBA executive that's trying to use that as an excuse is full of crap. LeBron is part of the problem, but not the reason they're trying to sell us. So let's take a good look at the 2022 playoff schedule, and we're going to start off with our Western Conference. We got the Phoenix Suns going up against the New Orleans Pelicans, Dallas Mavericks going up against the Utah Jazz, my Golden State Warriors, baby, going up against the Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Memphis Grizzlies, and that's your Western Conference. And your Eastern Conference is your Miami Heat going up against your Atlanta Hawks, 76ers against the Raptors, the Bulls going up against the Bucks, and finishing it off is your Boston Celtics versus your Brooklyn Nets. And of course, we all know now Boston has moved on. They're going into the next round of the playoffs, taking care of business against the Nets. And so, guys, let's talk about this. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. I want to see what you guys have to say. What is causing these lower TV ratings in the NBA? Why is the fair weather fan not watching? Let's be honest. You got two types of fans. You got your diehard fans, and you got your fair weather fans. And your diehard fans are watching Game 3 of an NBA game, and your fair weather fans are tuning in towards the end of the season and during the playoffs. And for some reason, they're not getting that fair weather fan to come in and watch the NBA playoffs. Something's going on, and I got a good idea of what's going on, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on this issue. So let me know down in the comments. I will read everything that's down there, and I'll share my thoughts with you guys. But right now, we're going to talk about what I think is going on. So what do I think is going on? Well, there's a lot of key issues that are going on here with the NBA and their ratings and their viewership. One of it was the political views that were being drawn out by NBA players during the season a few years back, and I think a lot of fans got a little bit upset with some of the players speaking out towards different issues, whether it was Black Lives Matters or whether it was kneeling for the flag and some other things. But I get it. Look, I'm not going to say that an American citizen doesn't have a right to freedom of speech. But not every citizen has that freedom of speech and has millions of viewers watching. That's the difference between the NBA player and the average Joe. Is it fair? No, it's not. It's fair. It's not fair. I don't care how you look at it. For me to go out and voice my opinion to maybe 10 people, not a big deal. But when you get to take that opportunity that you have where you're supposed to be out there playing basketball and entertaining the crowd and your fans, you're using that time up to be political. And I think that upset a majority of not the fair weather fan, but the diehard fan. I think the diehard fan who wants to go to the game, who wants to watch the game, and he wants to get away, step away from all the craziness that's going on in the world to focus on a basketball game and to just free himself from all that nonsense around him. And I think that was one of the key problems that the NBA had ran into. You just can't do that. People use sports for entertainment purposes to get away from their day-to-day grind, their jobs, their families, their neighbors, the news, political crap, religion, all that stuff. This is an outlet. And I think once the player took that away from your diehard fans, I think you lost a lot of fans. And I think that's one of the key problems that is causing this viewership, down this lack of viewership during the season, and now showing up in the playoffs. Yeah, it's up a little bit. It's a little bit higher than it was last year, 23%. It's a big increase. But then again, Friday night basketball should not be losing to WWE and on TV ratings. I am sorry, especially an NBA playoff game. It should not lose to WWE, a fake sport. Basically, like I said, it's your basic adult soap opera that children watch as well. So, losing out to WWE, losing out to some reruns, dudes. There were reruns on network TV that was beating out the playoffs. That's insane. That someone would rather watch a rerun show than watch an NBA playoff game. That's one of the things I think that's going on. There's a couple other key things that I think are hurting the game. I think salaries. I think the cost of going to a game. I think that is all affecting it. I think don't get me wrong. Get what you can get as a player, because your lifespan, your job, it's only for so long. So get what you can get. But I think the salary talks and the trades and the players moving around and causing issues on Twitter, on all different types of social media. I think the fan is just overwhelmed because let's go back to the 50s, the 60s, 70s, all 80s and 90s. I mean, you had the news, you had ESPN, you had 11 o'clock news, the 10 o'clock news. You didn't have social media, you didn't have Twitter, you didn't have Instagram, you didn't have Facebook, you didn't have all these outlets getting hammered every day with a lot of the nonsense that was coming out of some of these athletes in the NBA. And it's not just the NBA, it's also other sports as well. So I think that's one of the other reasons. And I do think maybe it's hard to say. We do have more options. Let's be honest. We have more channels. We have more things that draw our interest away from sports, not like we did in the 60s and 70s and 80s. And let's be honest, the 90s as well. We didn't have a lot of things to draw our attention away from things. I mean, I remember running home to watch Game 3 of a World Series. Getting off the bus and running my ass from the bus to my house so I didn't miss a pitch. So there's a lot of things that go into it. I think we're seeing it in all sports. I think we're seeing the viewership come down, except for the NFL for some reason. Now, they're doing something right. Maybe they should talk to those guys and find out what the hell's going on. But we're seeing a drop in viewership on all levels of sports. And I think, a lot of it does have to do with our attention span as individuals. We have so much around us, our cell phones, our TVs, our computers, things around us. We can get sports updates. We can get all that stuff so quickly now that we don't need to sit in front of a TV and watch a game anymore. And it's crazy. So again, you guys let me know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments. I'm going to read everybody's comments and I will do my best to respond to all of them. But would love to hear what you guys think is going on with the NBA. Is there more to it than players being political? Is it more to it than, us having more stuff available every day to draw our interest to other things? Love to hear what you guys think. Please write it down in the comments, and I will do my best to respond to all of them. And we'll see everybody on next Monday. Don't forget to go back and watch our show from this Monday. I'll try to put a link up there or over here. It was a great show, and it was the NBA's top 10, and we broke it down, and we changed that list somewhat to what ESPN had, and pretty much did our own top 10 greatest players of all time. I'll have the link to that show right here, and go check that out. And again, thank you, everybody, and we will see everybody next Monday. Don't forget to like and share this video, guys. Peace and out.